I know, applying paint at this point. We're going to do their hair, okay? And I'm going to use a bit of gore grunter fur for that. Okay, I'll be back in a second. Okay, start the clock, a bit of gore grunter flirt. Let's just show you one. Bit of that on there, stick it over there. Okay, a little bit of that. You know how to do this, I don't need to show you. So I'm not going to bore you to death, because that's not the idea. Okay, so I'm going to switch you off and get these done. Okay, next job, and what I'm going to do is a bit of Sigor brown, as you can see. Oops, missed a bit of his hair, he's got a bit of a pole patch there. Right, so I'm going to do a bit of Sigor, whatever that is, Sigor brown, that'll do. I'm going to put some of that on these guys, a bit of Sigor brown, okay. Okay, so we're on 18 minutes, just finish that off. I was going to say I'd do the shoes, but most of them ain't got anything on the feet because they can't afford it. Oops, forgot to stop the clock. There you go. So we're on 18:30. Okay, 5 figures, 18 minutes 30. Okay, so what's next? Right, okay, so let's have a look. Yeah, we can put a bit of black on for moustaches and other bits and pieces. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a bit of black on there, and then I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to switch the clock on as well. Okay, so we've come back now and just stop the clock. As you can see, there he is, one of Rhodri's boys. Look, he's got his black moustache, he's got his hair. I've touched in a little bit of black here and there. Okay, don't forget to wash the brush, Kev, because otherwise you can't afford a new one. What brushes do I use? Oh, do you know what? Any brush. Right. The amount of brushes I go through when you're painting hundreds of figures, like, look, there's nothing left of it, nothing left of them. And there you go, there's another highly detailed brush, and there's another one destroyed. Okay, so again, I'll put the black on him. Okay, so what's next then, Kev? And why have you painted everything after you've done everything and made your life really hard? Well, there's a reason for that. You can now see how much you actually have to paint. So, what I'm going to do next is, so found it, Agros Tunes, it's right in front of me, as you might know. Okay, so Agros Tunes, here we go, switch it on. Right, so why did you use Agros Tunes? Because it's white on here. I'm going to do that, I'm going to do that, that's all I'm doing, that's all I'm doing. Straight the way across, straight the way across, and then give it a bit of detail, just dab it a bit here and there. You can see then, it gives it a bit of detail. Alright, there you go. Okay, spear shafts are done, Modge Podge put away. Stop the clock. Right, there we go. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just paint these up. I'm going to leave that on, and then I'm coming back to you. You all know how to paint, right? Okay, if you don't, that's fine, it's not a problem. Just have a go. Pick your colours. Right, so I'll have a bit of red, dark red. Spectral grey is quite nice for a bit of grey. Another grey if you want that. I might use these again. I've got a bit of green, camo creed. It's just what I got. Wildwood's quite good. And might use gold grunted fur again and something else. And skeleton ord and snakebite leather. Okay, so all I'm going to do now is I'm going to crack on with this. Before you no longer, stick the clock on and come back when they're done. Okay, so we're at 30 minutes. Okay, 5 figures. Okay, not 1 figure, not 2 figures, 5 figures. Okay, I know they're not finished yet. And what you're going to say is, well, my 5-year-old brother could do that. Brilliant. He's now into wargaming. He's now into playing things away from the telly. Right. You're not going to get anybody painting it as good as that. There's no way. Okay. So if you say, well, my 5-year-old brother could do that, well, of course they can. That's exactly what I've done it for. That's exactly why we've done this. So your 5-year-old brother can do this. Yeah, I'm going to go around afterwards and I'm going to put some highlights on him and do some other bits and pieces because I've got to use these for other things. But if you was to slap these down on the board, yeah, and I'll show you with a bit of more, with the base on it and their shields on it, yeah, with all this detail. You're going to put them on the board, and that's what you've got to look at, innit? Not what they look like up close. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, you can see a brush stroke in his hair, and he's got a flat there. Yeah, of course he has. I know that, exactly. You don't need to tell me, I already know. Okay, it's because what we're trying to do is we're trying to get people into the game. Okay, and being snobby about it don't help. So, there you go. You've got a band of warriors there. Look, a band of warriors that if you put it on there, right, and that took 30 minutes. Not him, but that took 30 minutes to do, and that's all. 30 minutes. And you know yourself on the YouTube, right? Some people take 30 minutes to paint a bit of trousers, and they do. Look, I know a couple. Okay, oh, and I've done these trousers in under 30 minutes. Well, I've done 5 figures in 30 minutes. They're not brilliant. The tabletop, and they're for gaming. I'll be back.